Any comparisons to Tom Brady, and when asked about it at the NFL Combine last week, Burrow shut it down quickly, saying, quote, "Please don't compare me to the best player of all time. Let me do my own thing. Don't do that to me, please." Shannon, did you like his response?
I loved it. Skip, it's just so easy for guys to throw that out. Oh, he's the next Tom Brady. We saw the quarterback out of Utah State. He got some. He reminds you of Patrick Mahomes. Really? Skip, because here's the thing. You know what's going to happen if the guys don't, if their careers don't turn out like most expect. They're going to say, you remember when they compared that guy to Tom Brady? No, they didn't. You did that foolishness. Tom Brady wasn't compared to Tom Brady when he came out. Just let the guy get a couple of years up under his belt. And then we can start making some comparisons if that's what you choose to do. But now that's just so easy. Oh, he throws the ball. He got a lot. He reminds you of Patrick Mahomes. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Stop this. Let the guy live. Skip, you don't want that kind of pressure. There's already going to be pressure if he's the #1 overall pick. But he's not going to a situation like what Tom Brady fell into, which is very stable, the ownership, coaching. How many coaches have they had in Cincinnati? And Mike Brown, he squeezed the dollar so tight the Eagle be crying. Yeah, man, he didn't spend no money. They ain't got no practice. Skip, you could drive over the overpass and watch the Bengals practicing down on the field below. So no, let the kid live a little bit.
I had a very different take because it gave me pause, his response, to the point that I was a little disappointed in it. Because what I came to love about Joe Burrow through this year, starting with the first game I watched, which was September 7th, a Saturday night at Austin, LSU at Texas.
Yep.
What caught my eye right away is not only did he torch the Longhorns, who I thought at that point were pretty to very good.
And they were supposed to be.
They were supposed to be. And he threw for 471 that night and 4 touchdowns, and they won 45-38. But at the end of the game, I'm watching him on the sideline point to Longhorn fans and call them out in the first 3 rows. And he's just jawing with them at the end of the game. And I'm thinking, that guy's got some stuff going on to him, right? And then I watched his body language as he went to Tuscaloosa, and he just walked on that field like he owned it. And all day long, it just looked like he was saying, I'm just better than you guys. And I liked how he carried himself. I liked how he ran with the football because he was fearless when he ran with it. And then all of a sudden, here he goes. And it's just Torch City for Georgia, for my Sooners, and then for the Clemson Tigers on the national championship stage. And it got so bad that he's running off the field pointing to his ring finger, right? Ring me, crown me, right? Remember that?
So,
So I wanted him to say, when asked about Tom Brady, I anticipated the response would be, I'm honored you would make that comparison, and I just hope I can live up to it. Because that's the guy, that I watched last year that I started thinking, he is that guy.
I hear that.
So let me ask you a question. If you're going to get Jamar Chase and Jordan Jefferson, if you're going to bring Brady, his offensive coordinator, is he taking all that to Cincinnati? Yes or no?
Let me ask you a question. When he fell into Belichick's lap, what was going on? Belichick was in danger of being fired for a second time in New England because they started out 0-2 that year, and I know assistant coaches on that staff were about to put their houses on the market because they thought they were not going to last.
But Coach Belichick said, stay with me, guys. I got something. I got this same rule. Stay with me, guys.
Same Belichick who lost 4 out of 5 years in Cleveland. Yeah, the GOAT.
See you in the face. As soon as things start to go rocky, you jump overboard. But if you got a good captain, he can stabilize the ship and save you.
So I started thinking, does Joe Burrow have a little doubt creeping in now? Is he thinking? Is he pinching himself, saying, wait a second.
Stop it.
I got to go do it at the next level?
Yeah, so I want to hear the guy that said, oh, man, he got Michael Jordan game. Yeah, how did that work out for Harold Miner? Oh, he reminded you, he a left-handed Michael Jordan. How'd that work for him, Skip? Yeah, it went really well.
That was a reach.
Yeah, exactly. But you talk about reach.
Yeah.
Either way. Let's talk about this. James Harden and the new Russell Westbrook. Will they be too much for Kawhi and Paul George to handle? Who just led them to a Super Bowl? Well, multiple reports this week have indicated that, yes, they would move on from Jimmy G for a chance to pursue Tom Brady this offseason. And a new report says that Kyle Shanahan has, quote, reservations about Garoppolo's ceiling and overall decision-making. So, Shannon, do you see any truth to this?
Look, my grandma used to say, boy, there's a little truth even in a lie. Huh. And you hear a lot of times, Skip, you go around the league and guys like, yeah, we're very happy with someone, but they're always looking to replace, they're always looking to upgrade that position. But Skip, when I look at Jimmy Garoppolo, he hasn't started 2 full seasons. He's only started 29 career games, and he's 23-6 in those games. Mm-hmm. And he's taken a team to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I wouldn't be willing to trade a 28-year-old that just took us to the Super Bowl for a 43-year-old, and I don't really know what I'm going to get. Because, Skip, at the end of the day, he's 43. I know what he's done in the past. I get all of that, but he's 43. And for me, the #1 red flag, some instances, red flags are good. I had a homeboy, Jenny, seeing this girl. He's like, Shannon, you don't notice all them red flags? I said, but red my favorite color. So no, I don't know. Oh, my bad.
Oh, is that? Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, okay. Skip, the red flag, the sirens or the bells or the whistles that would go off in my head, Coach Belichick is ready to move on easily. Now, what is the smartest coach in the NFL? He has a very good track record. Remember, he got off of Darrelle Revis. How could you let Darrelle Revis go? What do you do, Skip? No problem whatsoever. Coach Belichick has a very good record of getting off guys a year early. And that's what Bill Walsh says, hey, you always get rid of a guy a year early as opposed to a year too late. So that would be my #1 red flag for me that would go up that Coach Belichick? Guys winning all these. So I still believe, Skip, that Jimmy Garoppolo gives the 49ers a better opportunity. Now, I don't know how they're going to bring Emmanuel Sanders back, but I think they got some pieces. They got to sign Armstead also, Skip. But I believe he will give them a better chance. I believe Jimmy G is only going to get better. We keep saying a ceiling. There's a difference between a ceiling and a 747 that's 40,000 feet up as opposed to a ceiling in a basement. So we automatically assume, well, he can't be Aaron Rodgers. He can't be Peyton Manning. Okay. Every good quarterback that's won a Super Bowl isn't Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or these all-time great, Skip. You can win a Super Bowl without being one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And I believe they can win a Super Bowl with Jimmy G. I believe they're 3rd and 15 on a defensive stop, Skip, from possibly winning that game. Now, we'll never know. Who knows? They say it's easy to say, Skip, well, we're going to go for it on 4th down. It's hard for me to believe that you're going to go for it on 4th and 15, Skip, in that area of the field. We'll never know. But I do believe Jimmy G is good enough to win them a Super Bowl. So for Kyle, look, knowing Kyle a little bit, I mean, he probably like, damn, could have made that play here. You know, you got to be able to make that play there. But I'm not doing it, Skip. I'm not. I know you would, but I'm not.
I would have done it yesterday, but that's just me. So you continue to use the argument that the greatest coach ever is signaling the league, I'm done with him, you should all be done with him.
No, that's what I said. But I said hold on. Didn't it raise flags that the Steelers got rid of a guy that went to 8 straight Pro Bowls and was all pro and had to catch season? Didn't it raise red flags when the Raiders? Nobody saw those red flags? Nobody see those sirens?
I'm going to say it again. You're saying that the greatest coach ever, quote unquote,
trust
is signaling the league, I'm finished with him, and you're leaping to the conclusion, then they should all be buyer beware. Because you're saying if he's done with him, we should look the other way.
Isn't that how it goes? So now, you know what? So every time a guy comes, well, such and such got rid of him, that should tell you something. So now only Tom Brady should not have raised, so no flag should go off because it's Tom Brady. Stop it, Skip.
Okay. I want to remind everybody watching that this same greatest coach ever 2 years ago said, I'm done with him. I'm going forward with Jimmy Garoppolo, my handpicked savior, my successor. I got him right here, right?
Yes.
And he informed his owner, I'm sorry, I'm done with Tommy, your son. Right?
Right.
And the owner said, I'm sorry, you're not done with my son.
But that's different, Skip. That's a different argument.
No, it's not, because Bill Belichick got proven wrong twice in a row. Twice in a row, because they go right to a Super Bowl and Tom throws for a record 505 playoff game yards and puts up 33 on Philadelphia. And then no matter how you want to slice and dice it, He goes through a playoff run the next year in which he torches the Chargers. What was he, 34 or 44 for 353? Just torched them. When you picked them to win that game, so you thought they had a credible shot to win at Foxborough. And then he goes into overtime at Kansas City and converts 3 straight 3rd and 10s. I've never seen anything like that before. And that's the same coach who benefited from an owner overruling him to keep that quarterback, because Jimmy G's not completing 3 straight 3rd and 10s in overtime.
He did 2 3rd and 16.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it. And then for what it's worth, Tom Brady did conduct the game-winning drive in the Super Bowl in the 4th quarter, and that's the 6th time in 6 Super Bowl victories he pulled off the game-winning drive.
Well, he should have conducted the game-winning drive because he had played like crap up until that point.
I want you to admit Bill Belichick was wrong and wrong twice in a row.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Dead wrong.
No. How about this here? Let's just say, for the sake of argument, because you said Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl, they've lost, then he went back in the